Hey Pisces, it's your girl D here with 8th House Energy. I'm here to bring you your why am I saying February? Your December 2020 Silent Enemies reading. I hope all is well in the Piscean community. I do want to thank you guys who are returning for your love and support. The continuance of it is a blessing for me. Thank you so much. Welcome to those who are new. Make sure everybody who's not subscribed that you guys do subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you don't see me post weekly, make sure you unsubscribe, refresh your screen and resubscribe, and make sure you hit that like button. This Silent Enemies reading is a reading that is designed to help us all follow our intuitive nudges. Especially now that we're all coming out of karmic cycles and tying up karmic connections. And as a matter of fact, we're ending a major cycle, a 10-year cycle, going into a new cycle in January. Excuse me. So it's really important now that during this winter of healing is what I call it, with all of us healing from these karmic connections that we've come out of over the last decade, specifically those that we've come out of within the last 2 years are the most painful. Some are still even, it doesn't matter when it happened. But we're all healing, and so we're getting ready to go into this new cycle. So it's imperative that we pay attention to our superpowers. Some people look at that like, you're human, you don't have superpowers. Well, you do. It's just that because we are so concentrated into this 3D realm that we they've been dumbed down where we don't even realize we have them. One of the few that stand out to me the most that everybody has is intuition, your gut reaction of something. Like something's telling you something's not right, you should have went left, and then you find out later that you should have listened. That's your intuition. And that is something that is a superpower, one of the many that you have. And so it's very important that you pay attention to that, especially when you're dealing with people who are in and out of your energy. Family members, friends, lovers, colleagues, co-workers, bosses, landlords, tenants, people who you deal with on a regular basis. When your intuition goes off, you should pay attention. Doesn't mean you should jump to conclusions. It just means you should investigate it and confirm if it's a false alarm. A false alarm could be, someone sneaking around and you don't know why, but you later find out that they were trying to surprise you. Okay? It could be something like that. But it's important that you pay attention to it. Don't ignore it. See what you can find out. And then at that point, make a decision as to how you want to handle it. So I'm going to put out 3 cards. Because the silent enemy, like I said, it could be anybody that you're dealing with on a regular basis. And your intuition just goes off when this person is around. So we're going to put out 3 cards. See what we come up with as far as the intuitive energies that I'm getting. We will have it extended. The link's going to be in the box below. So feel free to check that out if this resonates with you. All right, and if you need a personal read from me, all the information you need is in the box below. What do we have for Pisces here? Thank you. Okay, so let's see what else we got. I'll show you the cards. Oop. Okay, they're just all falling out of my hands here. We need 2 more. 2 more for Pisces, please. All right, thank you. That's 1. I'm not taking these because there's 1 too many. 1 more for Pisces, please. I know some of y'all are like, what is this? It's my blanket. It's just like comforting for me. You know what I do? I put my blanket, especially now that it's cold, I put my blanket in the dryer for like 10 minutes. I throw a dryer sheet in there, put it in the dryer to get it nice and warm. And then I'll come in here and wrap up and do readings. It's just comforting for me. I'm like Linus, a grown-ass Linus, okay, with my blanket. But yeah, that's what I love to do. Put it in. I'm telling you, if you're one of those type of people who love to lounge on the couch, on a cold day, put your blanket in the dryer, baby, for like 10 minutes. Get it nice and toasty. Curl up on the couch. It is nothing like it. You're going to be like, thank you, D. Thank you. Because that's what's up. All right, 1 more for Pisces. 1 more. What does Pisces need to hear? Thank you. All right, Pisces. So we got the Knight of Wands in reverse, Sag energy. Let me show it to you upright. Knight of Wands. In reverse, it came out. Now we have the Emperor that came out in reverse. Okay, so the Emperor is Aries energy. And then we have the Hermit that came out in reverse. I'm sorry, this is not the Hermit. Forgive me. This is the wait a minute. Yeah, this is the Emperor that came out in reverse. Aries energy. I was right about that. And this is the Emperor. No, hold on. I'm bugging. I'm bugging so hard. This is the Emperor. And who is this then? This is the Hierophant. Taurus energy. Duh. Hello. 4 comes after 5. Yeah, I had a brain fart. It happens. Moving on. All right, let's get into these intuitive energies. That way I ain't got to think. It's just going to come. So I feel this is showing up, this Knight of Wands in reverse energy. This is Sagittarius energy. This is immutable energy here. This is an energy. This is somebody who I feel like is just wanting to pop in, be intimate, and bounce. I don't feel like this person who's coming towards you, offering you anything, is offering you anything long lasting or stable. Let's put it that way. It's showing up in the silent enemies reading because this person could very well be lying to you, not being honest to you. Not being honest. I don't want to say not being honest to you, but not being honest with you. But this could also be an energy of someone who has a very short temper. Okay, someone who could be violent, someone who could pop off whenever they pop off. Okay, just like, what? And they just, this is somebody who this is somebody who just expresses themselves. They just, whatever they feel, they express. They don't stop and think. Okay, so you got to be careful that you're not embodying this energy. So if this is not about you, then you got to be careful. There could be somebody around you who is angry or aggressive and or violent. Okay, I really feel like you got to be careful with this energy. I don't know if this is somebody you don't know or if this is somebody who could be maybe that you broke up with. They could be watching you, or it could be wanting to communicate with you, and you could be like, yo, I'm not dealing with you, I'm moving on. You know what I mean? And this person could be getting frustrated and angry, especially if this is a connection that you've come out of that was that had some physical violence. And I'm sorry to say that, but yeah, I feel like if this person is trying to come back around, they haven't changed. They haven't changed, especially if they're violent. But this also talks to me about somebody who just wants to have sex and be out. Okay, so this is like a situationship type of thing. Somebody could be pretending that they really want to be with you. Like I heard this conversation today, and as a matter of fact, this person was a Sag. So you could have a Sag coming at you who's trying to front like is so crazy. I was in the car with this Sag, and they were talking to this other person, and I was in the back seat, and they were like, "Oh, I can't stand people like them who think that they better than." I chase after those people intentionally to sleep with them and then drop them. So I feel like this could be somebody who's coming at you fronting like they want a serious something with you, but they don't. Okay, they just want to knock you down a peg or two, so to speak. Okay, and it's interesting that came to me because that person was a Sag, and I'm like, wow, this person's off the chain. I feel like you could be, if this is something that you resonate with, you could be somebody who's different than what they used to deal with or what they're used to dealing with. So you're dealing with someone who's very immature, who may not respect. So for example, this was a man who was talking about a woman like this. A woman who may be different than the woman that he's used to dealing with. And so as a result of him, he couldn't accept the fact that, okay, well, maybe I need to come with different tactics. This is a different individual. I should treat each woman as an individual and stop trying to lump them all in and think that they all like, my exes or the girls that I used to deal with or the girls that I've dealt with before. I should treat an individual as who they are. But a lot of people don't do that. They try to size you up like, oh, okay, so because we grew up in the same community, or we went to the same schools, or we look alike, you think that we all act alike, when that's not the case. Everybody is unique. And so I guess he was upset because, so he calls, people who think they're better than women who, he may have to work a little harder to impress. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there who think like that. Like, oh, she thought she was all that. Why? Because she didn't give her her phone number the first time you asked her. You had to ask her like 2 or 3 times because maybe she wasn't certain. Or maybe she's just not the type to give out her phone number, so she's sedity or she's better than. So now you're going to pursue her and you're just going to knock her down just to prove a point and then leave her. Like, I'm like, wow. So I feel like you got to be careful. You got somebody like that around you, okay? Other than that, you got somebody who could be violent, who's got a short temper, who's volatile in your energy, and I think because you're very intuitive, so you know what time it is. So we got this Emperor in reverse here. Yeah, Emperor in reverse, Aries energy. This Emperor in reverse, this is someone who, okay, these two could be the same person for some of you. Okay, because this is someone who's very immature. This could be someone who's violent, someone who's only thinking about what they want in a situation. Don't care about nobody else. This could be somebody who's very money hungry and materialistic as well. It could be somebody that you were married to and or in a long-term committed relationship with. Or on the flip side, it could be someone who's married to someone else trying to come for you. Okay, this could be somebody, like for example, you could be a Pisces who was involved with someone who was married or who was in a long-term committed relationship, and you dropped them. You wanted out of it, because you didn't want to be in that type of connection anymore. Well, this person I feel like is coming back. All right, they're coming back around, but they don't have good intentions just like they didn't before. Okay, on the flip side, you could be someone who's married, a Pisces who's married, and you may have stepped out of your connection and messed around. But I feel like the person who you were dealing with was coming at you just for money to get in your pocket. They didn't give a shit about your connection with anybody else or that you were married. And so I feel like maybe you ended things and now this person is pissed. And so they're coming back around to try to get what they can get from you. For some of you, this is an angry ex-husband who was physically abusive. Okay, you might have ended up getting away from him. And now he's trying to do everything he possibly can to get you back. For some of you, you got a boss that's on your ass. You got a boss who is a jerk. A boss who doesn't do things by the book. A boss who's a freaking bully. Okay, you got to be careful with your boss. For some of you here. They don't play fair. They're not good to their employees. And this is a boss, not the company. This is the boss itself. So this could be a supervisor that you're dealing with, or a director, somebody who holds a higher position. I don't feel like this is this is not an immediate boss. Like, I don't feel like it could be a supervisor though. It could be your next level supervisor, but I feel like this is the supervisor's boss. But it just depends on your work situation. But I feel like you got to watch out for your boss. I feel like your boss is trying to jerk you, not wanting to give you money, not wanting to give you a raise, not wanting to give you a bonus, trying to find something wrong so they can't give you a bonus. Because I think this boss, what they do is whatever bonuses are not, like they'll front like they gave out this much, but in reality they take the rest and keep it for themselves. Like they cook the books like that. Like, so everybody's supposed to get a 5% raise. So what he'll do is he'll give everybody a 3% raise, and the 2% that's left over from everybody, he takes that and pops that in his pocket. That type of energy. And you may work for this person and you may know what's going on, and this person may be wanting you to help them, help to cook the books. So you got to be careful, because if you get down, you could get in trouble. This is why this is showing up as a silent enemy. So be careful if you got a boss, a crooked boss trying to get you to get in on the schemes, the money-making schemes where they're robbing the company or robbing employees. Or be careful, okay? Be careful, because this person will turn on you too, real quick. They'll switch up on you and turn on you so quick you won't even know what the hell happened. Your head will swim. I don't know where that expression came. I'll do it so fast, it'll happen so fast your head will swim. But that's what I'm feeling. This person they're not going down. You understand? They're going to continue to keep their job because they've been doing this for a minute. Okay, this is Emperor energy. This person been in this position for a minute. They're not going nowhere. So they'll get you in trouble before before you get rid of them. And they could already know how this person gets down, but because this person does what they need him to do or what they need her to do, they're going to keep this person around. They're going to get rid of you or write you up or put you in a position where you're going to be so frustrated that you're going to quit. So be careful. Speaking of the organization itself, we got the Hierophant. So some of you could be working for a school, but this is the organization itself. I feel like the organization is corrupt. All right, because you got the organization here and then you got the boss. So this could be the organization, this could be the CEO. All right. But I feel like this is showing up because the company is just corrupt. They pretend that they follow the rules and the regulation, and in reality, they don't. This is just like, this could be like a 401. I'm sorry, 401, I'm bugging. This could be a not-for-profit, okay? A not-for-profit organization. And then you got the CEO or the executive director doing dirt, okay? But I feel like if this is a work environment or a school environment, education environment as well, and you could have a professor who is cooking the books as far as the grades are concerned, not giving you the grades you need. This could be an organization where you could have issues, a school, where maybe the school is having issues now trying to decide what they're going to do, and they could be holding up your money. Financial aid could be held up. So if you're dependent on that to pay rent or anything like that, I feel like you got to be careful with that. Definitely got to be careful with that. For some of you, this Hierophant energy represents your marriage. So like I said, I feel like for some of you, this is your lover. They just want to come back and be in control of the situation. They want to come in and do what they want and then bounce, like treat you like a piece of shit, a piece of object. You should just be ready and drop your drawers whenever they come through and then have nothing that, they're very controlling. They're very immature. This could be someone who could be physically aggressive, physically abusive, like I said before. But this is someone who acts on their primal instincts. I feel very strongly here. There's someone who they don't use a whole lot of logic and intelligence. This is someone who's just very primal, very physical as far as violence, very sexual, very primal energy you're dealing with. It could be a woman too. Like I said, this could be a woman who could be coming after a man who's married, okay? But I feel like when in this case with the Hierophant, this is someone who does not respect their vows. Okay, so some of you could be married to someone who does not respect your vows that you guys took. But this could be military as well. For some of you, there could be issues going on here with your colonel or your lieutenant. Okay, with the Emperor in reverse here, you could have a corrupt lieutenant or a corrupt colonel. Some of you could be having some issues. You want to leave, you want to go home, and they're not letting you leave for whatever reason, giving you some bullshit as to why you can't leave to be with your family is what I'm feeling here. And you're looking at this like, yo, this is a bunch of BS. This could also be something going on within the prison system as well. For some of you, I feel like the prison system itself that you're working for is corrupt. There's a lot of violence that goes on, a lot of things behind the scenes that go on here. Corrupt CEOs, the corrupt penitentiary, the warden itself, the corrupt CEOs, okay? Or this could be the organization and this could be the warden. And then, the prisoners here. It's just a whole bunch of violence and a whole bunch of craziness going on. So I feel like for some of you, you're ready to retire. You're ready to leave this job. If you work in the prison system or the juvenile detention system or the women's, it doesn't matter, a detention center or a penitentiary is what I'm feeling here. And you're tired of it. You're frustrated. You're getting angry with the situation. Things are not, your money is not right. It's not worth the money is what I'm feeling for some of you. Like all the stuff that you have to do, the frustration, the aggravation. And I feel like a lot of you could have health issues because of it, or you're starting to get health issues, your temper, high blood pressure, high hypertension. Some of you could work in a hospital environment, I feel like, and you got some corrupt doctors here. Or, what do you call it? Who is the chief of staff? Is that what it is in the doctors? I know that's the chief of staff when you're talking about the president and stuff like that. But as far as the head of the doctors, I forget what that's called. But I feel like, the hospital is doing some grimy stuff with COVID. I feel like a lot of you are seeing what's going on here and you're not liking it. Now that's controversial for some people, okay? But I feel like that's what's going on. Some of you are working in an environment, a hospital environment, and you realize that it's corrupt. Like the numbers that they're putting out is not right and exact at all. There's, scare tactics I feel like are being used. Because there's some shady dealings here, for sure. Okay? So that's what I got for you, Pisces. Let me know if this resonated at all in the comments. And if there's something that you want to comment on and you don't want to put it all out there like that in the comments for everybody to see, feel free to email me at aithouseenergy@gmail.com. I'll be glad to read your comment. Make sure you click the like button and make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way, if this didn't resonate, you can look at your other placements and then you'll see that I post for you weekly. If you're already subscribed and you don't see my posts, make sure you unsubscribe, refresh, resubscribe, and then hit that notification bell. That way that will get you, that'll get me on your rotation, okay? So we're going to go to the extended. The link's in the box below. Hopefully I'll see you there, Pisces. If not, I'll see you in the next reading. Peace out.